Do you think any of your ideas will get into Elder Scrolls 6, or that was just an untouchable idea by the time you left?
Todd knew what he wanted.
Okay.
Knows what he wants, but that's this set over here. There's the whole rest of the game that is not defined.
Sure.
And that's going to be worked on and decided by the people who are there now.
Okay.
What will probably come through, because you can see it in the history of the game, is things that were developed in Oblivion and in Skyrim will be further developed for Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know what they will be, but you will find my fingerprints on many of those things.
Okay, kind of the descendants of some design ideas you had back in 2011 type
Absolutely. The whole magic system for Skyrim,
right.
I persuaded Todd to let me throw out the baby and the bathwater and restart it from scratch. And he trusted me enough to do that. There will probably still be traces of that in 6.
Yeah.
The whole, you do it to get better at it. While that was not my unique idea, I had a large hand in that. That's absolutely going to continue. A lot of the concepts dealing with how you level and things like that, there'll be a bunch of new ideas thrown in, but I'm betting some of the stuff that I worked on will still survive to the new one.
Yeah. Yeah. But maybe it won't, right? You don't know. I mean, it could be a situation of once they start testing it, they realize, okay, turns out you were in an ivory tower after all. Let's toss it.
Well, I do a talk on for colleges and universities about sequels and how to make a sequel. And at the time I created the talk, it was for Fallout 3 to Fallout 4, but it applies everywhere. And basically, it comes down to a triage system. You got to know what to keep, you got to know what to throw away, and you got to know what to do more of or improve. And you can't throw away everything. You can't keep everything. You can't update everything. You've got to have some in all 3 of those buckets. But 3 iterations down the road, one of those buckets may be empty from what it was like 3 versions earlier.
Sure. Yeah, how are you feeling about just the long development cycles for the game industry these days? Did it feel like extra draining just to extend this stuff for so long for you?
I think there is, and these are just my personal thoughts, I think there is unsustainable pressure to make changes. The development cycle is pretty much locked itself into 3 to 4 years for the big AAA games like a Bethesda style game.
Yeah.
But in order to get more and to do more, they have to hire more. You need to put more resources behind it. So Starfield had hundreds of staff. Skyrim was done with 120, I want to say, developers. And that's not sustainable. You can't quadruple the cost of producing something and charge the same amount of money and do it in the same amount of time. The more staff you have, the less efficient each staff member becomes. It's a law of mathematics. It's not something you can do much about. So something's got to break. When it breaks or in what way it breaks, my crystal ball is way too cloudy to predict that. But I don't think it's sustainable to have 1,000 people working for 3 to 4 years on a game and sell it for $70 and have that be profitable, except for maybe 3 companies in the industry.
Right.
It's just not.
If you thought, hey, this video wasn't bad, well, there's a whole lot more like it on MinnMax's YouTube channel. Please help us out by subscribing to our channel and checking out the MinnMax Show podcast, also available on your favorite podcast app, the best, most thorough discussion about games on the internet with the deepest dive, our monthly community trivia show with prizes called Trivia Tower, and a whole lot more. Thanks so much for your support, everybody. All you gotta do is click that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it.